Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. I have been withholding videos lately. I am not sick, I'm not on vacation, but I've been extremely busy around here, and we are going to just capture some of those things that have happened over about the last month, and then we're going to get back into our normal routine of doing what we normally do here on the channel. Let's go ahead and see what's been happening over the last month that has kept me so busy and away from you. Anyway, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. As I walk back here, I'm going to sit down in the backyard over somewhere, one of my favorite spots over by the swimming pool, and we're going to talk about what's been keeping me so busy, me and Ness both busy. But I also see that we have so many avocados that need to be picked. I just got to find a ladder tall enough to help me get up there and pick some of these avocados. And that's some of the things that we're going to talk about. And also, you can see the grass is just doing absolutely fabulous here. We've been getting lots and lots of rain, and the rain has been helping things like the fruits to blossom, the fruit trees to blossom. Again, we have the fruit on the avocado right here, but today is not an episode about not about the backyard. So I'm going to find one of my favorite spots back here, sit down, we're going to talk about what's been going on. Now, to start out, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I can't remember all these things at the top of my head that I'm going to be discussing that's happened over the past month. I got my little phone sitting right next to it. I'm using it as a sort of a pseudo teleprompter. So if you see me doing one of these numbers to the side, you'll know what I'm doing. Anyway, retirement to different people means different type of things. And I will tell you, retirement here in the Philippines is so very different of what I expected retirement to be. I thought retirement was going to be you're just going to relax, you're kind of vegetate a little bit, but no, I've been more active over here in my years, 8 years that we've been here in the Philippines. I've been more active, but the type of activities that really make retirement enjoyable. And you're going to see just a few of those in today's episode. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Again, you know I do projects here all the time around the house. And one of the projects that I did that I really kind of wish I would have done a full video on, many of the topics that we're going to talk about, I wish I would have done a full video on, but it was just like back to back to back, and sometimes a little bit difficult collecting all your gear to get this done. Anyway, one of the first things that I did was I did a really neat bar project down in the basement. I took recyclable. Normally I would take all of our alcohol bottles or beer bottles or orange bottles and things like that, and I would put them in the recycle bin. But this time I thought, wouldn't it be cool to take some of the really nice designs for the whiskey bottles, the bourbon, the scotch bottles, and make it a nice lighting feature at the Tiki bar. Well, that's what I did down in the basement of Villa Feliz around the Tiki bar. I took many of the Johnny Walker scotch bottles, and I used an existing lighting cable, an outdoor lighting cable, and I integrated that into a lighting feature inside the bar. Anyway, one of the other things that happened while we're down in the basement, talking inside the basement, we had some issues with our solar over last 2 or 3 months, and had something to do that we had to identify. So I got a hold of Go Solar, and I explained to them that we were having problems with the batteries were not charging. They weren't discharging, they weren't charging, so we really weren't having any use of our batteries. But when the great folks, the great technicians from Go Solar came out and did the troubleshooting, they determined it wasn't any problem with the batteries, but it was a problem with our inverter. The inverter wasn't functioning properly. So what they did is they came out, they removed our inverter, they gave us a loaner inverter during that time period. They sent it out for repair, and within about 30 days we had the old inverter back and we were all back to good. So right now we are really doing 100% on solar, both on the batteries as well as the solar panels. So we're doing really good, and we'll talk about some updates in our solar in upcoming episodes. We also had a wonderful opportunity to join my wife's sister, my sister-in-law. We know her as Vilma, but she is known in her community, the community of Reiki and health and wellness, as the Reverend Lillian Hewlett. And we had the opportunity to go up to Quezon City and attend a book signing ceremony that she had up there. She published a book on Reiki, and it's called The Healing and Living with Reiki. Also available on Amazon.com if you're interested. So if you're into that kind of thing, please give her an opportunity to go ahead and check out her book and see what her views are on the wonderful world of Reiki. We also had a great opportunity, Ness and I, to be invited to a big birthday celebration. Past President Nori Rosento of Rotary Club Lipa South invited us as guests, as well as invited guest entertainers at her 70th birthday celebration at the Solano Hotel and Resort and Event Center in Lipa City. And like I said, we got to play a little bit of music and bring in her great 70th birthday during that celebration. Anyway, another happy birthday to you, Nori. Now we also got to get a little bit more involved, and I thought we were going to get involved in a Fiesta. One of the Rotarians inside our organization, Rotary Club Lipa South, Mar Manalo and his wife, they had a Fiesta in their town, in their barangay, and that is San Gregorio. It's San Gregorio in Malvar, very close to Taal Lake. We were invited out to their house to celebrate. Well, their house, he actually has a resort and a shooting range that he has in San Gregorio, and it was a little story I got to tell you about. On the way going to his house for the barangay celebration, we kind of got caught right in the middle of the procession parade for the actual Fiesta, and we were driving in and we couldn't back out, and we were kind of stuck like right in the middle. So we rolled our window down and I took some video of the parade as they were going by with all the recognized people inside the barangay as well as the musicians, and we had like front row seats for that event. We also had plenty of visitors that came to visit us over the last month, and forgive me if I don't have all the names of all the people that came to visit. We actually had some stand-ins. We had some stand-ins from one of my colleagues when I was a government contractor before, and that was Bill Wright and his wife Annabelle Wright. They came in from Virginia and they stayed here with us for a few days here at Villa Feliz. And at the same time, we had some visitors who actually have a house here in the subdivision here, in our subdivision, but they live in Australia most of the year, but they come and they visit their home and family here in the Philippines from now and then. And that was John and Mary Chris Farrell from Australia, and they hung around and joined us with some of our SNL Villa Feliz, our Saturday night get-togethers. And one of the cool things while they were here, during one of those SNL Villa Feliz get-togethers, we have our little band stage, our little studio set up inside the basement, and we had a great opportunity to listen to one of the family members, the daughter of Chris and John, play for us and entertain for us while we were also doing some entertaining on our own down inside the basement, and that was a great time. Visitors, we also had a great opportunity to sit and chat for a while with Richard and Alpha May Craft. They actually own a couple of blocks back behind us over here, and they were in from the States celebrating their anniversary. And lo and behold, where did they celebrate their anniversary? They celebrated the same place that we just a couple of months ago celebrated our anniversary, over at the farm at San Benito. So they gave us a call and said, why don't you guys come over and join us over here? And we went there in the evening time. We dined out at one of the restaurants inside, the same as if you were to watch our anniversary episode at the farm of San Benito, with the live music of the entertainers coming singing to us. It was a very, very nice evening with those two. Again, wish you guys many more happy anniversaries very similar to that. Also, one of the other projects that I did here at the house, it has to do with building a little platform step at the bottom of our stairs that go down from our back porch that goes down to our basement. Now, if you've seen in our previous episodes, there's like a drop down and then a step back up. And the reason we did that was so that we don't have any type of flooding that ever goes inside the basement, because it goes very far down. So we did a drop down, and we have some drains down there. But I decided that instead of stepping down, because it's awkward to step down and then step back up, so what I did was I took some of the spare MPC material, the decking, the floor decking from the pergola project. Remember when we did the pergola project and we did all the very nice elevated MPC basically composite wood decking up there, and I had some leftover, and I was able to take the leftover pieces and use those for an elevated platform down at the bottom of the steps. I think it came out really nice. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of different pieces left over, but it kind of complements the colors in that specific area of the walk downstairs to the basement. Something else I wanted to mention is we had a PLDT outage. PLDT is our internet provider over fiber here. We also have Starlink as a backup. Actually, Starlink is our primary and PLDT is our backup. And I really only use PLDT for you guys for uploading videos, because the fiber is much faster on the upload than is doing it over satellite link. Well, we had a big outage, and fortunate we only had to suffer the outage for about a week. The fine folks from PLDT worked with the local, I think it's Fiber One, the optic repair company that does their laying of a lot of their fiber network around here, and they came over and they got us. There was actually there was another break inside the cable, the fiber cable between our house and the fiber motor box, but they were able to get that taken care of. So I thank the fine folks at PLDT for getting that done in a timely manner. Let's see, one of the other projects, lots of projects that went on. One of the other projects was I installed a ladder organizer. I'm trying to clean up the basement garage workshop area. So we actually have a project that's coming up, and I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag now, but I'm hoping in about the next 3 weeks you're going to see something really cool evolving inside the basement. Well, to do that, in preparation, I have to do some cleanup. So I'm trying to move things around, and I installed a ladder organizer that came out really nice into the ceiling area of the back of the workshop, and get those things up off the floor so we have some more space, free space inside the basement. Also, let's see, we had what we're going to call, and I believe what they call, like a grand reopening of the pool table inside our community clubhouse. Some of the guys got together inside the subdivision, and they did some refurbishing, fixing up, cleaning the area up, and opened the pool table up for members of the community to use. And I want to give a big thumbs up, especially to Mark Sawyer. Mark Sawyer, who is our neighbor a couple of houses back from us here, for spearheading that project of getting that all done and getting the community involved in doing community activities together. We also attended a very enjoyable and very rewarding ceremony, and thanks to one of our previous district governors, PDG Cheeto Recto. He was recognized by the Pope, the Pope of the Catholic Church of Rome. He was recognized by the Pope for his contributions in the financial side of the archdiocese here in Lipa City. He was recognized for the 2025 as a papal awardee during the Thanksgiving Mass at St. Therese of the Child Jesus Parish, and we were invited along with all the other Rotarians to that wonderful event, both in celebration of the Thanksgiving celebration as well as the recognition for Cheeto's contribution to the Lipa City area and the Catholic Church. That event was officiated by the Archbishop G. Garcera of Lipa, and they had the choir there, the archdiocese, the grand choir of the Archdiocese of Lipa that has more than 160 members. They were the one who did the performance of the beautiful singing and the instruments that made it just a wonderful event to attend. And I want to personally thank PDG, the past district governor, Chito Recto, for his contribution and his generosity to making people's lives better here in Lipa. Now, Rotary was very busy during the month of June, and one of the things that I was involved with, I was part of the planning committee for the 46th anniversary and the induction ceremony, which took place, I think it was June 30th. We did that at the Palazzo Antonio Resort and Event Center here in Lipa City. We had, I think it was around 350 guests from all Rotary organizations all over the Philippines, as well as our sister organization, Rotary organization that came out of Busan, South Korea. So it was a wonderful getting together with our sister organization. And being on the planning committee, we were also asked, well, Ness and myself and Mark Sawyer, who is kind of like our drummer for Rotary Club Lipa South, our little band that we have, to provide some of the entertainment during that big event. And we did. It was myself, Mark, and Ness on the bass. And I would also like to give a special shout of appreciation to Rob Alfano. Rob Alfano, as you know, and how we affectionately call him Mr. Retro Rocks, because we did a video that kind of goes around his internet radio station, Retro Rocks, songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. He was our keyboard player, so I want to thank Rob so much for contributing to a very successful evening for that anniversary and induction ceremony. Okay, I think I've covered almost everything, but there was one more thing I did want to cover, and it had to do with, we're trying to come up with a band name. We kind of threw some things in the works, and right now we have one thing, and let me know what you think about this as a band name and a logo that we will have for our little band here in our subdivision. Alright, I want to do what Hopone is doing right there. I want to relax for the rest of the afternoon and just enjoy a little bit of retirement life here in the backyard of Villa Feliz. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We're getting ready to go back into the DIY projects, the home building, all the things, gardening, all the things that you normally see here. We're going to get back on a regular schedule with that very, very soon. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on the little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified if you ring that bell the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, from right here in the very beautiful backyard of Villa Feliz, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.